Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Gardening on Coffee, where our plants love our coffee just as much as we do. So we're trying to turn our quaint garden into a tropical paradise, and we're trying to do that with some Helicionias, some really rare and exotic varieties, and then also some orange gingers as well. We've got a lot to talk about today and a lot to get you caught up on. It's been about 2 weeks since we've seen the garden, so let's go ahead and take a look at it now, and we'll get you up to speed on where we are. Um, this is a very exciting addition to our plant family. This is going to be our plant to the right of our house that we've been waiting on for a couple months. That's actually called a Xanthovillosa Shogun, or a Shogun Jade. It should grow to between 10 and 20 feet, and it should have yellow, greenish pendulant flowers, and they will be hairy as well. And what makes this plant so great is that when those pendulants begin to hang on the outside of the plant, then they show much more than the other Helicionia varieties that tend to be towards the center of the plant. So this Shogun will be towards the right of our house. This will be the really large plant that'll accent that wall to the right, and we'll show you exactly where that is. But this is our very special star in the front yard, and we can't wait to get him planted. As soon as we get done with our video today, we're going to get him planted, and can't wait to show you his progress for next week. So this is our Caribbean Red, and he's doing absolutely great. He's working on his second leaf right here, and he's got one growing from here as well. So again, this is our Caribbean Red. This is our Villagra. This is our root beer. He's one that came from Hawaii, and he's gonna have the red flowers with the white hairs as well. So he's one of our special varieties as well. Then right here, we've got our 4 hanging lobster claws, and they're all doing very well. He's working on his 3rd leaf here. He's working on his 3rd, and then he's just started to grow out both. So we're really happy and excited with all 4 of these. These are our hanging pendulant lobster claws, and those are the pink and yellow, and those should be anywhere between 8 and 12 feet. These 4 right here are the ones that we got from Hawaii last week. There actually should have been 5 in that order. Gentleman had misplaced 2, so we ended up straightening it out with he straightened it out with great customer service and came through for us and got everything shipped. So these are our 2 black magics, which the Caribbean black magics, which will be our orange, or I'm sorry, not orange, our maroon and dark red flowers, almost purple. And these are our 2 Prince of Darknesses, and these will have the also reddish maroon but with curled tips. And as you can see, we've already got growth here, and we've already got growth here. This one is looking well, and this one also. So with our gingers, all of our gingers have started to grow this week, so we're very excited about that. We've got these 2 here. We just started to see a sprout right here on this guy, and of course these 2 are doing well. So all of our 5 orange Heidi Klum gingers are sprouting and have sprouted. So we didn't have anything die there, and we're really excited about that. These are our 2 standing lobster claws, and those will be red and black and should be anywhere between 8 and 12 feet. This guy's started to really get larger with his new leaf, and also we've got a new leaf coming here. And so those are red and black, and those are our standing lobster claws. Then in the back, we've got our 4 marginatas, which are our hanging pendulants. That'll be pink and yellow. And those are those ones that look like a scorpion as they come out. They start vertical and then will twist and turn as they hang down. And the front 2 are doing awesome. Our last 2, we're still waiting for growth out of those, but we should be expecting those anytime. And our bicolor Jaquini in the back is also doing well, and that's right there. She's got 2 new leaves on one stalk and then 1 on the other. So something I'd forgot to talk last week about is 2 different things about the coffee that we're using. What we normally try to use is the lighter blends. Normally the lighter blend coffees will normally have a higher caffeine content. So as you start in your medium and your dark roast, when you get to your dark roast and you get the more earthy and caramely flavors, why they taste wonderful, they lose some of their caffeine content. So for our plants and for us, normally we stick to the lighter roast and the lighter blends of coffee. Just because, again, with even your lighter blends of coffee, espresso roast and French roast being your darkest, you lose a lot of caffeine with those. So your breakfast blends, your blonde blends of coffee will all have a much higher caffeine content than your darker coffees. So we normally look for the lighter coffees and the lighter roast, the lightest roast that we can get. And again, that's just because the high heat draws out the caffeine, and normally we lose that. You'll get a much fuller bodied flavor with your darker coffees, but we like to have the caffeine content for us to get us going and also to get our plants growing just as fast as possible. So let's head around to the side and see what we've got. All of our plants that we got from Hawaii, which were our tricolor rhizomes, is what the gentleman calls them over there, and then also our Kid Pink live rhizomes from Puerto Rico. All of those have started to grow, so we've seen really good growth there, and I'll show you where we're at. So this is our Kid Pink. He's working on his 2nd leaf right here, and our other Kid Pink as well. He's got 2 different shoots and is working on that. And our 4 from Hawaii are all doing well. We've got growth on this one here. This one just started 2 days ago. We're really excited about this, and we'll keep an eye on this guy. One of his leaves started to turn white, but he's still growing. Overall, he looks pretty good. We'll just have to monitor it. So let's go ahead to the front garden and see where we're at there. All of our we've got growth out of our Saint Rose, so that's really exciting. And then our granatas have all started to grow, so that's also really exciting, and we can go ahead and show you what that looks like. This is the new growth on our granata here. We've got this one here, it just keeps getting bigger. And this one looks like he's ready to sprout his leaf anytime. And this one actually has started to grow his leaf. If you remember here, we had a red palau. It's the red macaw. It's the macaw flower, and we have already transplanted him to his permanent location over by our garage, just to accent that corner. And we'll show you that as well. We're really excited about having him in his permanent location. This is our Jaquini, and this is doing well, but we'll also get transplanted as well. Our sassy pink rhizomes, we're still waiting for growth out of. And then we also transplanted this guy. He's our other Jaquini that was right here. We've repotted him this morning. So again, when he gets when we get more settled, once we get through winter, we'll probably settle him in his permanent location in the back. But again, this was the plant that was right here. So really excited. He seemed to transplant very well. And these are our Orthotricia St. Roses. We've got, went ahead and started its first leaf today. And then we had our first growth. It was just peeking out this morning, but looks like it got covered up with the fresh rain. And our macaw flower here, as soon as he gets a little bit bigger, we'll probably transport him to the back as well, just so they can enjoy a full healthy environment in the back and really make that look spectacular back there. So we're still waiting on growth out of our Andromedas, but it hasn't been quite a month, so we're still waiting on that. And then our Latspatha over here is on its second leaf, and again, this is our miniature, and it's looking well. So go ahead and give you a look at that front corner where we're going to plant our Xanthovillosa Shogun, which we couldn't be more excited about. We thought it was going to be a couple more months till we got it, but we were able to get it, and gentleman opened it up, and we were able to get one. So again, that's going to go right here in this large corner of the house, which should be excellent for a 10 to 20 foot plant. And it is a larger clumping variety, so that'll make a nice tight cluster there. Should give a great visual accent, and again, just because of the size of it, it should be a little bit bigger than even the Veligera, the root beer, and we're really happy and excited to get it. They're pretty hard to come by, but we were able to get it, so we're very excited to see how quickly it grows and go ahead and get it planted. So that catches us up on where we're at. Oh, I need to show where we've gone ahead and planted that macaw flower, and this is going to be its permanent location, and this is going to be again at the side of the garage, and that should grow to about 8 feet there. So that should have a nice accent to it, and it should really bring out that corner and bring it to life when it starts to flower. And then another thing, when we do plant our rhizomes, something that I realized that I forgot to cover last week, was when we do plant the rhizomes, normally what we're using is about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of coffee. And even when we feed them every few weeks, that's what we use also, is normally between 1 and 2 full tablespoons per plant, depending on how big the plant is you may be able to give them a little bit more. I think our Bismarck is up to probably about 8 or 9 full rounded tablespoons, and our normal Helicionas are about 1 to 2. So we just keep refining the process, keep finding out what we can give them and what they'll take, and then how fast we can get them to accelerate that growth. So we're really excited to have you here. We've got a lot going on. Next week we'll show you just exactly where we're going to plant those, that Prince of Darkness and the Black Magic. That's going to have a planter all to its own, so that should be really exciting, and give it a different feel, with some different landscape pavers. So we're really excited about that as well. So can't wait to have you with us. Don't forget to subscribe. Until then, may your coffee be strong and your cup stay full. Thanks.